first thing we're going to use is our manual bottle opener, wine bottle opener. It's a really great tool. So easy to use, simple, doesn't take much strength. It's very effective. Comes in this nice velvet case. Comes with a foil cutter, also very simple to use. Replaceable parts, so if your corkscrew ever breaks or goes dull, you know, after 10,000 bottles of wine, then you can replace it instead of buying an entire new one. This thing is amazing. Okay, the next thing we're going to show off is our electric wine opener. This is new this past winter. It is USB plug rechargeable, if you can see that. Lights up, super futuristic. Also comes with a stand, and the bottom of that stand doubles as your foil cutter. Then I'm going to show off our dripless pour, and I'm going to show off what my favorite wine tool, which is the new aerator that came this past winter, fall-winter catalog. The aerator is fabulous, so we'll get to that. And then the last thing I'm going to show you guys is our wine glass markers. See those great colors? Not just for wine glasses, of course. You can even write on the window. I let my little one write on the window sometimes. Comes right off with a little soap and a sponge. Okay, so I hope someone will join us, but we're just going to go ahead and get started. I have 3 bottles of wine. I'm going to open 2 tonight so you can see how these work. I have a Chardonnay and a Rosé. I haven't had a Rosé in forever, so let's go for it. So if you get on live, go ahead and say something. If you have questions about any of these tools, ask me. There's a slight delay, and so I won't see it right away, but then I'll answer it as soon as I do. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do, we're going to go for this Rosé. I'm going to use my foil cutter. The bottom of it has these 2 little blades on both sides, see? Your hands, there's one blade, there's another blade. These 2 are the guards. Okay, so you're going to put it right on top. Hey, Catherine. Hi. All right. I'm glad you joined us. Okay, I'm going to hold like that. I'm just going to turn the bottle. I'm holding my hand steady. Not steady enough, eh? Maybe I already started drinking. Okay, so the foil comes right off like that. You got your cork there. I'm going to try to turn this down a little bit. Tell me if my sound is off or if my my picture isn't clear enough. Okay, that's a little better. You can still see me. Okay, so I want you to see, there are these little indents right here. They fit right over your bottle. So you're going to lift up. You're going to put it right down in the bottle. The indents form the same shape as the mouth of the bottle. I'm just holding my hand steady. Doesn't take a lot of pressure, and you're just going to go all the way down, all the way up. You see? Usually it takes less muscle if the bottle's closer to you, so sorry about that. And then to get it off, you're going to hold it again with your hand, all the way down, all the way up, and there's your cork. Super simple, so you can always re-cork if you need to. Okay, so that's our manual bottle opener. It comes with the set with the wire, with the foil cutter. It is, I think $34.95. Okay. Now I'm going to show you our electric wine opener. So remember, USB plug in the back, so it doesn't take batteries. It'll last you, I think it's like 1,000 charges. Okay. Stand doubles as a foil cutter. So I'm going to cut the foil on this one. I'm going to be drinking a lot of white wine this week. Alright, watch this greatness. You just put it on top, you hold your bottle. You don't even have to push, you just need to hold it steady. Down, it's going to come all the way up. I didn't push a different button or anything. Just one button all the way down, it pulls the cork up itself, and then I just hold the other button, up or down, right? Hold it down, up, and then there's your cork. So, I'm going to show you that one more time. There's a toggle button. Down, to get that cork out, and it pulls it up by itself, and then up to pull the cork off, and it glows blue just to be pretty and cool. Okay, so now I have my white and my rosé open, and I'm just gonna drink this rosé because why not? So I'm gonna show you guys two things. This is our dripless pouring spout, okay? I'm gonna show you the difference in this wine. So you can see it's gonna pour. The spout stays on there. It just kind of trickles, see? But look, no drips on the bottle. You don't have to worry about that. You know, sometimes when you're pouring, you lose a lot of wine if you're not watching it. Okay, so that's one way to do it. But I really like my wine aerated. So I just learned something recently about wine and aeration. So apparently, when you aerate wine, it changes the molecular structure of the wine. And what it does, oh, hang on. What it does is two things. It both evaporates and it releases compounds. So wine is made up of hundreds of compounds, and one of those is sulfur. Another one is like ethanol. So sometimes you open up a bottle of wine, it kind of smells like rotten eggs. A little bit, right? It's subtle. Sometimes you open up a bottle of wine and it smells a little bit like rubbing alcohol. So both of those things are compounds in the wine that make them have that odor. So when you aerate, it both releases sulfites and those other compounds and gets rid of that smell. So you're able to taste the subtle flavors of the wine, like fruitiness or wood or smokiness, and then it evaporates moisture out of it, and in that evaporation it actually gets rid of some of the stuff in wine that gives people headaches and makes them feel not so good. So like I can't normally drink red wine, but if I aerate my wine first, then red wine doesn't give me trouble. I'm going to show you how this works. It's really simple. So you can aerate wine just by pouring it and letting it sit. But this is a quick way. So if you're going through wine at a party, you know, and you want to be able to get around to all the people, you just aerate it more or less based on how you pour. So this is still aerating, but if I add a tip to it, right? I tip it higher or lower. You see those bubbles? That's the aeration. It's just passing through a mechanism inside, and it also doesn't drip. So what do you think of that? Right? So, if you were to pour this wine in a cup without aerating, it would actually smell different than the cup of wine after the aeration. And that's because some of those compounds have gone away. Okay, so I'm going to take a little sip because that's my treat, right? That is nice.